In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to tackle an addition problem using algeblocks. So the addition problem we're looking at today is 4h squared minus 2h plus 7 plus negative 2h squared minus 5h minus 9. So to begin our problem, we are going to start with the first parentheses right here. And we're going to start with our first value, which is 4h squared. So to represent our h squared values going forward, we're going to use these little yellow blocks, and we are going to place our positive 4h squared on the positive side of the mat. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so after the 4h squared is negative 2h. So to represent our h values, I'm going to use the orange blocks. And since this is a negative value, we are going to place these blocks on the negative side. So 1 and 2. All right, and then now we are left with a positive 7. So to represent our positive 7, I'm going to use these little green blocks, and we're going to place 7 on the positive side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so this first parentheses is all set, and we're going to move on to the second set of values. So we have a negative 2h squared. So to represent our h squared, we're going to use the yellow blocks, of course, and that is a negative value, so we're going to place them on the negative side. So 1, 2. All right. And then we have negative 5h, and we are going to place them on the negative side using the orange blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and now we are left with negative 9. So we're going to place 9 little green blocks on the negative side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we have placed all of our values on the mat, on both the positive and negative side. So the next step in our equation is to count up all our values on the negative and the positive side, and we're going to make a new equation to work with. So let's start on our negative side. So we have 2h squared. So we're going to write that down. Negative 2h squared, of course, because it's on the negative side. All right, and then let's count up the orange blocks, which represent our h values. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to write down negative 7h. And then for the little green blocks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So negative 9. We're going to write that down. Negative 9. And I'll show you the equation when I'm done writing it down. And we're going to go over to our positive side and count up what we have over here. So we have some h squared values over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So I'm going to write down plus 4h squared. And we have some little green cubes. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So plus 7. So this is what we're left with after we count up all of our values that we placed on the mat. We have negative 2h squared minus 7h minus 9 plus 4h squared plus 7. But we can simplify this. So to do that, we are going to see what we have on both sides of the mat and see if we can cancel out some of these blocks using zero pairs. So let's start with the yellow blocks, our h squared values. So I have 1 on this side and I have 1 on this side. And since there is 1 yellow block on the negative side and 1 yellow block on the positive side, they cancel each other out and they make a 0 pair. So we can remove this off of our mat to simplify our addition problem. And so we're left with 1 more on the negative side, and we can take 1 of these on the positive side and make 1 more 0 pair, and we can remove that. So now we are left with a positive 2h squared on this side of the mat. All right, and there's no more 0 pairs for the h squared, and there's no 0 pairs for the h values because there's only orange blocks on the negative side, so we can't cancel anything out. But we can cancel out and make 0 pairs with the little green blocks. So we have 1 0 pair. We have another 0 pair. We have a third 0 pair. We have a fourth. We have a fifth pair. All right. And a sixth 0 pair. And a 7th 0 pair. All right, so we have now simplified our problem. So I'm going to rewrite our addition problem. So we have, let's start with the h squared values. We have a positive 2h squared. So 2h squared, we're going to write that down. And then let's go to our h values. Next, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So negative 7h. All right, and after all those 0 pairs, we are left with 2 green cubes on the negative side. So we are left with -2. All right, and that is how you solve your addition problem, and I will show you what we are left with. So after removing the 0 pairs, we are left with 2h squared minus 7h minus 2.